Yeah, so kind of the biggest news I would say in crypto right now is this whole Coinbase thing. Um, it's
I didn't even know it was a Coinbase thing. Let me
Yeah,
click
so
on this link.
Coinbase is being investigated. Specifically, one of the employees is being investigated for insider trading.
Oh yeah, the insider trading. Yeah, yeah. No, I saw that. I thought you meant something, I guess, a little more broad based. Yeah. I mean, I think it was pretty captain obvious that dudes were insider trading with Coinbase.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, shit, to the point where like I was like scouring my network to see if I knew anybody. Like, anybody know anybody that works at Coinbase?
Yeah, they were, I think everybody knew that. And then also their systems mysteriously went down in the moments of the best arbitrage. Um, so, it's, I always had an issue with Coinbase. And I think the first and last time that I got screwed over by Coinbase was when this was way back in the day, a couple of years ago. Um, I was depositing crypto and I deposited it through Coinbase, and then I was going to send it out. It was like sitting in like, I don't remember what it was sitting in, but it was like Bitcoin or something. And my plan was to withdraw it out and like put it into Hive, or obviously it was Steam back then, but put it into something else, put it into like an altcoin at like kind of an opportune moment. And obviously, like Bitcoin spiked or it went down a lot. I don't remember what happened, but Coinbase's whole system decided to go down at that worst moment possible. So my funds were sitting on Coinbase and I couldn't log in, couldn't withdraw, couldn't do anything. Then their system came back online and I could see the money, I could see the Bitcoin. But then when I tried to withdraw it, it said withdrawals are currently suspended, something like that. And I was like, okay, well, can't withdraw my money from Coinbase. So that was the first and last time I got screwed over, because from that point forward, anytime I had any funds on something like Coinbase or really any exchange, I would just immediately pull it back and withdraw it to a ledger, or some form of wallet where I had full control over it.
Yep.
Which is the number one rule in crypto: not your keys, not your crypto. So
Exactly.
if you ever get screwed over by an exchange, I feel bad for you. I feel, empathy for you. But at the same time, I know that if you owned your keys, you wouldn't have that problem. So yeah, Nifty saying you don't forget it. Yeah. Yeah. Once you get burned once, you don't forget it. That's for sure.
Exactly. Well, there's a whole lot of people that have learned a lifetime lesson courtesy of Celsius.
Celsius, Coinbase. Yep. All these platforms. What are some other good ones? I mean, it's been going on forever. Look at like Mt. Gox. That was forever.
I know, that was like, yeah, back in the day, it was the first.
Yeah, I mean, this type of
it's
stuff
just baffling because
beginning.
You look at like sites, and they got like, a nice app and all that crap, and they look the part, and like, like Voyager, for instance. I mean, hell, I had the Voyager app on my phone, and at one point I had a little crypto on there. I personally hated their app, but regular folk were just looking at it like another Coinbase, crypto.com, whatever it is, and pretty much you got owned. So
yep,
it's pretty wild. But the point of that is, what's annoying is that it gives crypto a bad name, because normies are like, oh, crypto's a scam. And I'm just like, your centralized exchange has nothing to do with crypto. Like, crypto is trying to solve that problem. It's like your centralized exchange you're on is what screwed you, not crypto.
Right.
But that doesn't matter. That's how they look at it now. And unfortunately, it's a lot of lost crypto investors. Many of them are never going to come back.
It's true.
Because they're just going to look at crypto as this thing that burned them and they lost a bunch of money. When in actuality, it wasn't crypto that burned them. It was people that burned them. People that were running an exchange.
Yeah, it's speaking of exchanges, everyone's talking in chat now about Mt. Gox and the redistributions happening. So a lot of people obviously had Bitcoin on Mt. Gox and they lost it. But some of that Bitcoin was recovered and is being released So I've seen two sides to this story. I've seen some people saying what Nifty's saying, definitely going to cause a dump, because basically Mt. Gox, if you don't know, was an exchange back in the day, and they went under, and they were holding a bunch of Bitcoin for users. And that Bitcoin has basically been tied up in litigations, and now it's being released back to all those users. Obviously, when it got stolen, it was, or when it went under, it was a lot more money, or it was a lot less in terms of money and a lot more in terms of Bitcoin. And these days, it's a lot more in terms of money, because the price of Bitcoin has skyrocketed since then. So a lot of people think it's going to be a big dump. I've also seen the other side, that a lot of people think that it's both already priced in, or that the release of funds is not going to happen all at once. It's happening over a long period of time, and that will kind of absorb the liquidation. I've also seen that the numbers of I think someone said it was like someone correct me if I'm wrong. Someone said it was like $4 billion worth of Bitcoin total. And the Bitcoin market is plenty big enough to absorb a $4 billion dump.
Yeah, I'm not.
And that's assuming that 100% of the Bitcoin gets dumped, which I don't think is going to happen.
Yeah, the Mt. Gox thing, in terms of that Bitcoin becoming available, is something that I never really pay much mind to, because, like you said, I mean, even if 100% of people sold, which is not going to happen,
right?
The market can pretty much handle it.